Hello everyone, and welcome back for more Shadowgate, the 2014 remake. Steve, the scruffy-looking cat herder here, playing games with his cats, for his cats, and for all of you cats out there watching this. And if you enjoy the video, then please like and subscribe, and thank you very much. And back to the adventure here. Last time, we were exploring the catacombs beneath Castle Shadowgate. Yeah, lots of tunnels, and among other things, we found a room where I think it's Talamar doing his thing, and this chasm here with a crystal puzzle that we spent some time, perhaps too much time, messing around with, trying to find a way across, to no avail. So doing a little clicking around before starting, I realized something we overlooked some time back that we could have done earlier. Kind of important. So let's backtrack a few rooms up into the castle proper. So see you in a second. Alright, here we are back in the banquet hall. Now, when we first arrived in here, we looked at the stained glass window up here. It was illuminating a patch of floor. On closer inspection, we find that the silhouettes of the figures were pointing to a loosened tile in the floor, which we lifted up and uncovered a skull, a wizard skull, with a glyph or rune carved into the top. And I think it was the room before that we'll be able to find it, but one of the notes we found mentioned something about them carving the glyphs for the wards in their heads, or some such. Well, that unlocks some stuff, and could have taken it back, because where we need to go is the very entrance where we first started and entered Castle Shadowgate. So let's head all the way back to the entrance. See you there. Well, here was some fun on the way back. Let's see. A figure moves within the opening at the back of the grotto. You hear the unmistakable twang of a longbow followed by the whistle of an arrow. With a shout, you raise the shield in the nick of time. The arrow shatters against your armament. Okay, not too important, but the figure in the back of the cave attacked us as we passed through. Alright, back to the entrance. Alright, and here we are back at the entrance, an ornate stone archway replete with carved skulls frames an ominous entrance set into the side of a mountain. Yes, and if we look at the archway here, ringed with skulls, one of them is missing. The one that is missing is in our inventory, right here. So if we use the wizard skull in the doorway, the skull seems to leap from your hands and into the slot on the archway. Faint sounds deep within the castle walls signal something has happened. Yes, it doesn't tell us what, we just kind of have to figure it out. But I did go around to find out what it is, so we'll meet you there. Okay, and here we are back in the Room of Mirrors. An uneventful trip back to here. But if you notice now, the mirrors, well, these two mirrors, have a magical blue corona glowing at the top of them. Yay, progress. Okay, I have not explored what's on the other side yet. With the exception of a crack, the vial was unremarkable in nearly every way. And I can pick up a glass vial. Reasons. I bet 5 gold pieces that we're missing something here. I know things, Yorick retorts. Yeah, I figured it out, buddy. So, yeah, progress. Left or right? Start on the right. Let's see what's on the other side. You close your eyes and step into the mirror. The expected collision never happens. Instead, the surface of the mirror gives way before you experience a moment of weightlessness. When you open your eyes, you are somewhere else. Some catastrophic event befell this inner keep, smashing the furniture to bits and opening the walls to the elements. You shudder at the devastation. Alright, yes, well, there's a body on the floor. A skeleton, entombed within an icy, tattered robe, lies before you on the snow-covered floor of this keep. Have anything on you? A cursory glance at the stiff, frozen robes reveals nothing of interest. What about the satchel? You rummage through the sack, finding 2 scrolls, a skull, and a broken flute. Taking these, you then discard the sack. Right, read some scrolls. Unroll the scroll, careful not to damage the paper. You read the words on the scroll. One particular word stands out from the rest. Chrysalis. In your mind's eye, you see a glyph glowing with power. As you quickly write down the strange marking in your spellbook, the scroll crumbles in your hands. You have learned a spell. Let's give it a look. Spell glyph translates to the word chrysalis. Your vision is momentarily overloaded by a prismatic array of colors that bridge a great void. Alright, well, that's likely the spell we need to cross that chasm. Yippee. Thank you, Mr. Wizard here. And we have another scroll. You nonchalantly unroll the parchment. You read the hastily scrawled message written on the scroll. I entrust this task to you, my friend. My pet air elemental can provide safe passage over treacherous terrain and has even, on one occasion, flown me over a rickety bridge, but be warned, it needs to be soothed and calmed before you can approach it. Right. We have some furniture, stairs. A series of wooden slats are cantilevered along the inside of the tower, forming a set of stairs to the next level. Noting that the icy, treacherous stairs are in an advanced state of disrepair, you think better of climbing them. Alright. Wonder if we can thaw out that body there. Can we thaw you, sir? You realize that it would take far too long to ignite the remains and give up. Burn them. I just wanted to thaw the robes. And this is a doorway? A blanket of heavy snow covers the ground outside the doorway. Alright, moving on. Looks even colder outside. Surrounded by the Gatekeeper Mountains, a lone keep sits in silent vigil on the summit of this snowy peak. We had a note early on about lighting a pyre. This looks like a pyre. The logs that make this signal pyre have been stacked in a pyramid. Get some warmth out here. Yes, the flames lick at the wood hesitantly before quickly spreading, engulfing the entire structure. Flames engulf the wood, sending sparks and smoke high into the air. Okay, well, we've signaled somebody. The white petals of this flower point downwards in the shape of tears. We'll take one, but I don't think we need them to break the Banshee's curse anymore. Although it is covered in snow, it's obvious that this obelisk was intentionally smashed to pieces. A broken, splintered door dangles precariously from this open doorway. Alright, I think that's the door we come out of because I don't have a back arrow. Anything else we're looking at here? Obelisk, fire, door, stairs. A series of snow-covered stones are set along the side of the tower, creating a precarious set of stairs that twist to the top of the keep. Well, let's go. You hug the weathered wall, occasionally slipping as you climb the stone steps. You stand on top of the keep with a panoramic view of your surroundings. A huge column of wind spins violently, threatening to lift you off your feet. Right, well, this must be the air elemental, right? The huge whirlwind whips violently back and forth, pulling snow and debris from the valley below and launching it into the sky above. Okay. The note said it had to be tamed. He had a broken flute with him. Wonder, maybe... Yeah, there's our flute. Use the flute. You put the flutes to your lips and blow a strong, clear note. You can't be certain, but the tornado may have slowed for a moment at the sound. Okay, it did something, but let's look at the broken flute. Cracked and broken, this hand-carved flute has 3 holes carved into it. Oh? This one only had 1, huh? This hand-carved flute is made from some type of wood. 1 hole has been carved into it. We have a wood carving knife. I wonder if that's... Here, York, do you have anything to add? The howling wind is not but a bitter cacophony, but a wind tamed can make the sweetest music. A melody played on a flute might calm this elemental. You won't get much of a tune out of a flute with only 1 or 2 holes, though. Okay, so I guess we would need a 3-holed flute. This small hook blade makes... Yeah, the small hook blade makes this an ideal wood carving knife. Use the knife on the flute. Using the knife, you expertly carve an additional hole in the flute. Well, let's give it a try. You place the flute to your lips, creating a surprisingly complex tune. The tornado slows as if listening. However, after a moment, it ramps back up to full speed. York chuckles and says, I wouldn't sell all my things and become a bard if I were you. Alright, well, let's put another hole in the flute then. Using the knife, you expertly carve an additional hole in the flute. Wait, back. So you place the flute to your lips, playing a melody that has been bouncing around in your head for hours. Calmed by the aria, the whirlwind quickly shrinks to a much smaller size. Triumphantly, you realize that this must be an air element. Let's quick trap it in the the silver orb. You hold the silver orb out before you. The elemental attempts to resist the artifact's magical power, but to no avail. With a rush of air, the fountain of air is sucked inside. Alrighty, so now we have an air elemental. We can cross that rickety bridge under the castle. So... oh, we have another mirror to explore. Yeah. Let's head back inside here. Back through the mirror. Alright, and let's see where this left one may take us. Okay, so we close our eyes and walk right into the mirror. The expected smack does not happen. Instead, you feel the surface of the mirror give way and experience a moment of weightlessness. When you open your eyes, you are somewhere else. This circular room appears to be used for storage. Unfortunately, it has been ransacked, perhaps by goblins. See a sack. You rummage through the sack, find 2 cubes of cane, and discard the sack. Assume that's like sugar. 2 sugar cubes. It's a small cube of compressed sugar, otherwise known as cane. Okay. We gotta... Telltale droppings at the base of this hole indicate that a mouse must be the culprit. Well, we can't go through it. Use it. You stick your arm in the hole, hoping to find a rodent. Unfortunately, no one's at home. What if we use the sugar? What you expected hasn't happened. The cane didn't do anything to the mouse hole. Got the flour. Oh, we got some bread. What you expected hasn't happened. The bread did not do anything to the mouse hole. Alright, a bunch of ransacked stuff here. A large tarp conceals several items stacked in the storeroom. Take it. The tarp is stuck on something and as a result won't come free. We kind of got a solution to that, maybe? Burn it. The burlap is quite flammable and quickly goes up in flames, revealing nothing of use. An axe or some other weapon looks to have made short work of this crate. Alright. A heavy wooden door sits firmly within its frame. I wonder if that door in the tower that was locked from the other side. You throw the bolt open, unlatching the door. Open it, and you tug multiple times before the door reluctantly opens, and we are in the tower. Okay, so that must have been the one locked door. Okay, some progress. Let's head back in through the mirror again. Alright, and from here, it's only a couple quick clicks back to the bridge room, so hang tight. Go through the sewers, past the room with the wraith, and here we are. Alright. So you stand at the edge of a lava-filled chasm. Impossible as it seems, the faint, terrified screams of some unfortunate soul echo within its depths. Alright, do a quick save just in case, and let's try out our new air elemental. Where are you? There you are. Just a silver orb on what? The bridge. With a hiss and a puff of air, the air elemental escapes the orb. The wispy singularity lights on the bridge and playfully lifts it in the air. The bridge somehow looks sturdier. Yorick sounds proud. You ever hear of me before this? I was an impressive wizard myself once. Where are you now? Well, let's see if we can cross this bridge. The elemental playfully lifts you into the air as you bound across the rickety bridge. Chiseled from the rock, this claustrophobic chamber has all the earmarks of crude dwarven craftsmanship. In the center, a large stone tablet stands, 12 slots carved into its face. Oh boy, well, this is where those runes, those things in the wall have to go, huh? Yeah, it's the same. Oh, bollocks. The runes we've seen around the castle would fit in those slots. Yeah, I'm sure they would, Yorick. This length of chain seems different from the rest, like it's made from an alternative type of metal. While you can see areas of rust on the links on this metal chain are still quite secure. And the same for that one. And this metal chain is made of large links that are covered in mold. So we use the odd one. As soon as you pull on the chain, a wash of light fills the cave, emanating from the stone wall before you. As the light intensifies, you feel a release of tremendous power. After a moment, you manage to open your eyes, realizing that nothing happened. That was disappointing. Something must have gone wrong. No, we need the things, and likely this is where the Staff of Ages will appear, so yippee. And pull all the other chains. You pull yourself up, testing the chains with your full weight. After swinging back and forth a few times, you drop back to the rocky floor, rubbing the rust from your hands. And same for that one. And the same for the last one. Alright. So we have to figure out how to get the runes out. Nice. And as you leave the chamber, the air elemental reappears and playfully lifts you across the rickety bridge. Is it gone, or are we gonna have to get another one? Another quick save. Let's try crossing the bridge again. No, okay, so we can still cross. So. We didn't find any new keys to open up any areas. We've only got 2 of the mirrors there. I'm not sure how to get the glyphs out of the wall yet. Alright, well, let's go back up to the banquet hall at least. See you there. Okay, here we are back in the banquet hall, and yeah, I was trying to figure out where the shooting star may be used. Let's head back up, into the towers to the observatory, which is the North Tower. Yes. Okay, that would be this door. So let's climb up to the top of this tower. Okay, here we are back in the observatory. Let's go back to the telescope for a second. And I'm wondering what happens if we use the shooting star on the night sky here. Well, not on the star, just on the sky. I don't remember if we tried this or not. Nope, since nothing is happening after a few moments, you stop trying to use the shooting star on the sky. Alright, well, tried that, no avail. We have a sextant for some reason, too. Well, we can head back down to the chasm. Guess. Alright, back in the banquet hall. Torch is getting a little low there, so we'll light up a new one. And yeah, I couldn't figure out anything with King Dugan in his throne room either. Let's just head back down into the catacombs, I guess. Alright, back in the chasm room. We can try our new chrysalis spell out. Just a chrysalis spell on what? The chasm. You close your eyes in concentration before whispering a spell. Chrysalis. The release of power flows about the cavern, and then nothing. You were sure this would work. Alright, and try casting it on the pedestal. Close your eyes in concentration before whispering a spell. Nothing. I get the sense that we're getting close, boy. I can feel it in my bones. Hopefully they're in the right position. We cast a spell right on the pedestal. Close your eyes in concentration and release power. Nothing. You were sure this would work. Oh dear. Might have to play with these crystals again. Castle. Alright. Yeah, I'll spare you all the misery this time. I'll play around and, yeah, if we get any results here, you'll see. Alright, we got it. The air at the edge of the chasm coalesces into a beam of light that reaches out across the chasm to the other side, creating a bridge that spans the depths below. Alright, had to do a little bit of crystal reworking here, but not much. The blue ones all the way on the right, and then just align them from there. And then the spell worked, so yippee, more progress. You close your eyes and raise 1 foot above the chasm before taking a leap of faith. You breathe a sigh of relief as you step out onto the light and move across the magical bridge to the other side. You cock your head, noting an almost imperceptible hum running through this chamber. The sound is just loud enough to set your teeth on edge. Anything in here? Not a thing. Just a couple of doors. Left or right? We'll start left. You shake your head, hoping to clear it. This maze of caves seems to never end. Truth be told, you wonder if you are lost. The glow from the crystals casts a sickly glow throughout the tunnel. Yeah, there's some crystals here. A cylinder of the blackest crystal juts from the cave floor. You attempt to take the crystal, but to no avail. Alright, maybe on higher difficulties you have to collect the crystals for the puzzle. Fill in a couple of blank holes. Not gonna worry about them now. We're across slits. Keep going. Oh, but why would they be on the other side? Imbued with ancient symbols, a stone skull some 30 hands high has been carved from solid rock. 5 stalagmites arranged in what looks like fingers appear ready to crush whoever is foolish enough to approach the spectacle. Oh dear. Alright, well this is the end. Oh, this is a cool looking skull door too. Much better than the original. I like it. Yeah, we do have an obelisk here. Now we can see what Black Mirror has to say. Watch a cutscene, I guess. Let's cast Invocan. You focus your will on the stone obelisk. With a whispered word, your spell was unleashed. The image of Lakmir forms from the obelisk.
The time is at hand, is it not? If you are wise, you know the way into the chamber beyond. What is there? I cannot know, but perhaps you do. For you are beyond what you were, beyond what I dreamt of. Yes, surely more than a simple soldier. I pray you have come prepared, that you have listened to the words of the prophet. 5 to find, 3 are one. One gives access, the bladed sun. The silver orb to banish below. The staff of ages to vanquish the foe. Joining to the golden thorn. The last to invoke the platinum horn. The 3 pieces of the staff must be joined to make that which was unmade. But this cannot be done without an empowerment to bind them together. An empowerment not unlike the capturing of elementals. An empowerment that requires a great sacrifice. Now, let us be done with it.
Now let us be done with it, the wizard says as his ghostly image flickers in the torchlight. As you start to say something to Lakmir, he cuts you off. Do what must be done, boy. I can barely hold on to the physical plane, and I fear I might be too far gone. But we still need the Staff of Ages. Actually, if this is where the final battle is in that other chamber, where I thought it was Talamar, maybe we can do something there? Ooh. Well, we made progress. Get lost or dork around too much in here. Yeah, why not? Let's take a quick trip back to that other wizard chamber, see what happens. Alright, here we are at the chasm with the light bridge. And if we come back through the other doorway, the ladder up should take us into that room. At the far side of the cavern, a figure adorned in robes and wielding a staff chants a spell directed at a massive rune-covered wall. The air of malevolence is almost palpable. And who are you, then? A robed figure gestures wildly, chanting in an arcane tongue that sends shivers down your spine. The wave of hatred and malevolence that emanates from this dark wizard is almost palpable. This must be the Warlock Lord himself. Hello there, good sir. You clear your throat, ready to deliver a stern lecture to this so-called Warlock Lord. Instead, the Warlock Lord turns and launches a bolt of energy that slams right into you. The only and last thought that crosses your mind is, what a terrible first impression that was.
What a pity that you have failed in your grand quest.
It's not so bad. We get one visit from you this episode. Alright, so here we are. No idea here. An ancient stone statue lies within the chasm. You wonder what cataclysm buried such a massive sculpture. There's our shooting star. Can we find a use for this thing? Use the shooting star on what? You! Your actions alert the terrible presence across the chamber. The Dark Wizard makes a simple gesture that launches a bolt of energy, which slams right into you. The only and last thought that crosses your mind is what a terrible first impression that was.
Today, death has claimed a hero of the realm.
Alright, well, here we are back again, and, well, as I was about to cut it off before coming back up here and fighting with him, we'll leave this bit off here and see if I can't figure out what it takes to get past him, and then we still have to find a way to get those glyphs in the Staff of Ages. So, yeah, that'll be fun, and I'd like to do it without a walkthrough if I could. Cheating. So, yeah, so we'll call it a part here. Until next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun, and goodbye.